been a while since I did a recap of my D&D campaign that I've been running for the Gaming Society. Some stuff has happened, but we've had, a long Christmas break, so I'm using this video as an excuse to give everyone a recap and make sure that everyone knows what happened for when we start again in the next week or two. When we left our heroes, they were having some much-needed downtime at the warlock Davin Blackstone's family estate. Soon after, they were approached by the High Priest of Megrea, ruler of the gods, as her deity had said that the group were the ones who would be able to solve the case of missing children in Megros. Several sets of twin girls had gone missing throughout the country, with there being seemingly little chance of finding them anytime soon. The group were asked to commune with the goddess for more information in a small temple out in the countryside. However, upon arrival, most of the group who did attempt to connect with the goddess found themselves afflicted with terrible visions of pain and loss. The only one to successfully commune with the Megrea was Darius, the Tico paladin from Garrus. Megrea told him that the twins had all been kidnapped by a misguided cult who were dedicated to her, and who were trying to recreate her sister Skorea's sacrifice at the mountain range they had been imprisoned in during the Ordering of the World. The goddess asked Darius and the rest of the group by proxy to stop this cult by any means necessary. Upon waking from their visions, the group travelled to the mountain range and laid waste to the cult members, with not one surviving, and all of the girls being remanded to the custody of the true Church of Megrea. The goddess explained to all members of the group that their previous visions had been them connecting to her subconscious and reliving her memories of Skorea's sacrifice, and that the reason she didn't want people doing a sacrifice like that was not because she was scared of anyone gaining powers like hers, as rumoured, but that it did nothing, and that she didn't want anyone else to feel the loss of a sister like she had. The group retired back to the Blackstone estate to await their expected war council, which was quickly approaching. As the day of the war summit came upon them, the party all had some time with their country's leaders before the meeting at the Temple of Megrea, with Arian and Avel learning that public opinion upon them had shifted somewhat since they had survived being tributes. As the summit began, each member of the party gave their own testimony as to the events in Thyalas, which seemed to bring the council to debate over whether to go on to a full-on war. However, when Prince Castor came to give his own speech and testimony, a ghastly shriek echoed into the temple hall. While Agathon escorted the national leaders to safety, several other members of the group were knocked out by the scream, though were quickly resuscitated. Davin, who had been warned to step aside when the time came by his patron, made contact with the source of the scream, which was revealed to be a banshee. The warlock felt intense conflict as to whether to do as instructed, staying on the sidelines while the other members of the party fought the banshee and its ghoulish lackeys. The day was won by the party, with the prince's life being saved, and despite suspicion being raised among the party towards Davin, the council formally declared war on Thyalas, with the party taking on a role of specialists, being called in only when needed. And they were needed soon after, when the Prime Minister of Megros approached them to intervene in a dispute in Icene. The powerful Thesia clan were withholding their support from the war effort, and the Archdruid was hoping that Karpos, the tribute from Icene, would be able to help coax them into relenting. Karpos was initially reluctant, but eventually gave in under pressure from the other members of the party, but not without attempting to extort treasure out of the Megran Wizard Academy. After a short time preparing, the group set off for Icene, travelling relatively incognito. Arriving in the Druidic country, they came across a small village, which Karpos was reluctant to enter. As they entered the inn where they intended to stay the night, the innkeeper recognised Karpos as the young man who had attacked him several years ago. The young man retreated to the stables with his wolf companion, being joined by the other members of the party who were ready to interrogate him on these events. Karpos stubbornly only told them one name: Cleo. The group asked around the town, finding out that Cleo was the name of the head of the Thesia clan, and that the innkeeper had had some sort of love for her. The next morning, they moved on, reaching the city of Icene proper, and got in touch with the Archdruid, who had been attempting in vain to set up a meeting with Cleo. Karpos, frustrated with having had to come home, told the Archdruid to tell Cleo the name Miso. Sure enough, a meeting was set up extremely quickly, and all of the party was to take part in it. Karpos himself went in disguise, hoping that he would not be recognised by any of the Thesia clan. When Cleo attempted to aggressively question the young man, he twisted the clan's arm into supporting the war effort by threatening to reveal the truth of Miso to the world. The ploy worked, and the Thesia fell back into line. In the aftermath, the party decided to travel the kingdoms for a time, rallying each nation in their preparations for war, beginning with Ilatea, home of the party's cleric, Atlas. So that's what my D&D group have been up to. I think that's about the best sort of recap I can give. I think that there's some stuff that changed compared to the playing of it, but let me know in the comments down below what your suggestions are for where we go forward. I have got some ideas for the future, so please just don't go, players, don't just assume that you know what's going to happen, because I've got some ideas. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!